So all this shit that's in that book that they never talk to us, just not true. Maybe it's someone's trying to preserve their job. Maybe someone's trying to say, hey, it wasn't my fault. You know, they became difficult. No, we didn't become difficult. And the other thing was, like, they wanted to do it that Saturday, the day after Trump. And I said, I'll do it, but it has to be at 8:30 a.m. The reason why was I had a podcast already scheduled that was a live UFC podcast. So we do this thing called Fight Companion. So there was this title fight that was happening in, I think, was it Saudi Arabia? Or was it Dubai or Abu Dhabi? It was somewhere in the Middle East, I believe, if I remember correctly. See if you can find out what that was, just so we're clear. I have friends. I flew in 3 of my buddies from California, and we were all going to do this podcast together. Like, we had committed to doing this. Like, they were already in town. Like, I can't just say, no, guys, I can't do this awesome thing because I have to interview Kamala Harris.
No, I understand.
Seems like I should to some people, but that's because you're in the politics business. I'm an MMA commentator. This is part of my job. And I said I would do it. I said I'll do it, but it has to be like 8:30 in the morning because I have to be done by the time the fights start. That's reasonable. Yeah. They didn't do that either. So this idea that I sabotaged her, there's a bunch of people that say I fucked her over or whatever. That's not true. So you can think whatever you want, but it was Abu Dhabi. So that was Ilia Topuria versus Max Holloway. So for UFC fans, just so you know, for people listening that aren't UFC fans, that was a huge fight. That was a gigantic fight. Max Holloway just beat Justin Gaethje in, like, literally the knockout of all time. And Ilia Topuria is one of the absolute best fighters on planet Earth, if not number 1 pound for pound, certainly number 2, or number 3. So he's in the top 5 of the absolute best athletes in any weight class. So this was a clash of the titans, the greatest featherweight champion of all time versus the current featherweight champion. Damn. So I'm not going to miss that. Yeah. I understand. I work around you. I said I would do it at night. I'll come back. I'll do it at midnight. I don't give a fuck. I'll do it. So it wasn't me fucking someone over. And so just whoever's in charge of spreading that narrative, that's deceptive.